Hi, it's Janelle and
Lydia.
welcome to Parsnips and Parsimony. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a ding dong cake. Now I've never made this before, but I saw this recipe on Facebook and I showed you and we were like, oh, we have to make this cake. So we're going to go ahead and start the assembly now. If you're new to our channel, please make sure you subscribe to it and let's get cooking. Alright, so the first things we're going to need is the flour, Lydia. We need 1 3/4 cup of flour. Go ahead and dump that right in. Next we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. Now we need 3/4 cup of cocoa. Go ahead and add that, Lydia. And then in this bowl we have 2 teaspoons of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Go ahead and add that in. Mix that all together. Make sure it's good and smooth and all the lumps are gone before we add our liquid ingredients. When I read the recipe online, it says to actually sift these. I found that, number 1, I don't ever sift my cakes, but number 2, a whisk works just as well with a bowl if you put all of your dry ingredients and then you just whisk it up. It just breaks up those clumps for you and saves you a step. Alright, most of the lumps have been mixed together, so this looks nice and smooth. Now, Lydia, we're going to add 1 cup of dark brewed coffee. Not yet. We're going to add all the ingredients first. Then you're going to go ahead, you can actually use this coffee mug. Do you know how to crack an egg?
Yes.
Go ahead and carefully crack an egg into the mug. Do it on the counter. There we go. And then go ahead and open it up.
Just for me to get cleaned afterwards.
We'll have to wash our hands afterwards.
Yeah, I know
Good
how
job.
to wash my hands.
Take that. Dump this one in. Go ahead and dump that one in. Do it one at a time. That way, if we lose any shells or if the egg is bad, we don't lose both eggs. And you'll notice that we're using our homegrown chicken eggs, and this is one of the Easter egg. Kind of a bluish green color for an egg.
Yeah.
It's definitely not your standard, typical grocery store white egg. Oh, is that one going to fall apart on you? Okay, right over the mug. Put your hand in there. How are we doing? Oh, I think it's okay. Don't let any pieces fall in here. Put it in the bowl.
Yeah, I got one.
Did one go in the pot?
I don't think
Nope, we look good.
Oh, well, I forgot it, so we want to put that in the cake batter.
No, that wouldn't be good.
I'm going to wash my hands.
Okay, go ahead and wash your hands and then we'll keep going. Are they all clean?
Yeah.
Add your egg. Good job. You almost got me.
Oh, I did.
You got me. You got Mr. Gobbler.
I did.
Oh, you missed the gobbler. You just hit the apron. All right, go ahead and add 1 cup of buttermilk. If you want, you can stir it first. And then
Here, you had to do this one.
I do. We need a 1/2 cup of oil. Go ahead and pour that.
Can I help?
Here we go. And then we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we're going to just stir it up. Very, very easy to assemble. Just a pretty typical classic chocolate cake recipe. So now scrape down the sides. Take your spoon, scrape down the sides like this.
That's what was working.
And then keep stirring. And while she's doing this, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my 2 8-inch cake pans. It's looking really good. We'll put that off to the side. And you can help me do this. To prepare our pans, we're going to take a little bit of butter. You can use shortening, coconut oil, whatever you'd like.
And then I have to grease it
And then you're going to take your paper towel, Lydia, and you're going to spread it all over the bottom. You might want to fold it. I don't like to get my hands yucky.
Well, I don't care.
Hi, Grace. So we're going to spread this all over
I don't care.
the bottom, all the way around and up the sides.
Oops, I'm getting some fingers in it.
And this just ensures that the cake will actually come out of the pan when it's supposed to. Because I have had many cakes not come out, and there's a lot of frustration that comes with it.
It ripped a little bit.
Yes, your
When I
princess.
turned 5.
Yes, it did. It ripped a little bit. How are we doing?
Good.
Did you do up the size? We want to make sure we got every little bit on the pan. Rag for you. And then we're going to just take, maybe a tablespoon of flour and put it in our pan. And then we're going to just shake it around like this. Okay, and it's going to coat the bottom. Let's see if I can show that to you guys. All the way around the sides. And the excess we'll actually go ahead and just get rid of. And it should look like that when you're done.
Mine's ring. Uh-oh.
It's okay. So when you do this, sometimes you'll notice that you missed a few spots. You can see them right in here. There's a few spots we missed. But because it's right there in the corner, it shouldn't be a problem. So we don't have to worry about it, Lydia. I think you've done a really good job.
Wait a little more.
We'll just shake out the extra. Now we'll just evenly divide this between the 2 cake pans.
Yum.
Do you think this is going to taste good?
Yeah.
It looked good on Facebook. So now I'm just going to tap out through the bowl, just gently tap it out. Just like that. Good job. And we'll go ahead and bake this. It says to bake it at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes.
Can I go in it?
Oh, it looks good. It looks so good. We'll start with 30 minutes and then I'll check it. While the cake is baking, we're going to go ahead and start making the cream filling. And the first thing we're going to do is add a cup of whole milk. Go ahead and add that carefully into the pan, Lydia.
Okay.
And this is going to get very hot. And then we're going to, not the chocolate quite yet, we're going to add 5 tablespoons of flour. Go ahead and add that.
Well, that's a little bit.
Okay, so what we're doing is making a roux, pretty much a roux with the flour and milk. Go ahead and use the whisk. Nope, not just the chocolate, but yeah. Whisk it together, at least that's what the recipe says, until it's smooth and lumpless. So you're going to have to stir, 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 stir really good, okay? And you keep stirring. It says pour cold milk into a saucepan, whisk in the flour so there's no lumps remaining. Look, Lydia, look what happened to it. See that?
Cool.
Okay.
It still stinks.
It still stinks, but it's just flour and milk, that's all. So you can see what happened to it. It's cooked. It's like a really thick roux. And now we're going to set this aside and let this get cold. The cakes are done. Oh, they smell so good. Look at that. Yum. We're going to go ahead and let those cakes rest for about 10 minutes before we flip them out onto wire racks, and then they will completely cool there before we move on to the next step. We forgot to add our vanilla to the roux, so we're going to add that now. It hasn't cooled yet. About a teaspoon, and we're going to stir that in. Lydia says it stinks, so I'm going to stir it in right now. Do you want to film for me? Thank you. You just...
Ready?
Yeah, it's already on. Just see the red dot? It's already on. And up a little bit more so you can see right inside the pot. Can you see?
Mommy's stirring the stuff up. A ding dong cake filling.
Does that make it smell better, Lydia?
A little bit.
It smells like vanilla now. All right, that's all stirred. Now we'll let it cool.
It still smells a little weird.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and dump these cakes out. They've sat for 10 minutes, and if I prepped these right, they would flip out. Oh dear. Is this the beginning of the end of the ding dong cake art? Oh, it's not feeling good. All right, we give that one a second. We'll try cake number 2. Maybe this one will. The problem is, this is on film art. So it's not like if I fail, I can just, well, I suppose I could make another one, but that's not truthful. This is not feeling good. Oh boy. All right, I do this.
Would you like me to try?
Yeah. Give it some good. Problem is, I feel like I'm breaking the cake. That's the problem. All right, we'll try the trusty knife trick. Run it around the edge in case there's a stuck spot, and then we'll dump it again. Is anything coming out at the bottom? It feels like part of it's coming out, but not all of it.
No.
There's nothing coming out?
Well, the middle. It looks like maybe some of it. I can't tell.
Huh. That's weird. I never have this much problems with a cake doing it this way.
Well, it's because you're on video.
Is that what?
Yes.
All right. This is not feeling good at all.
That's looking okay. I think you're okay.
Come on, cake. Come on. You can do it. This is not how a cake is supposed to come out, guys. It usually just flops out. Come on. It's stuck in one spot. Oh no, this is bad. It's split in it's split in half, Lydia. Okay, see, that's why I should not be a YouTube baker. And a perfectionist, because this is not the way it's supposed to come out. Is this gonna come out in one giant
Plop.
It's gonna be a mess, Art.
Yeah.
Well, good thing Grandma's not very picky. Grandma, when you're watching this, you're probably laughing like crazy.
Uh-oh, it's ripping
Yeah.
in two pieces.
All right, so this is what we have, guys. Wow, welcome to Fabulous Baking by Janelle.
Some of it's in there.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Is that how they normally look, Art, when they come out?
Usually not.
Yeah.
And all right. And I always do it this way. Why did it stick this time? Different recipe? All right, now for a spatula. I don't know what went wrong.
Maybe you forgot ingredient.
I don't think I forgot an ingredient. We grease the pans like I always do for all your birthday cakes.
Maybe it's because of the butter.
Oh, I always do it that way. All right, so we're gonna see if that.
It's buttermilk and ripping.
Would you like me to get some spackling?
Yes, some spackling goo would be great. Now see, we're gonna fill this full of frosting, and nobody's gonna know. Well, only the people that watch our videos will know the end results. But it just proves that just because.
Grandma won't know until she eats the cake.
Well, we're gonna try to glue it together. Look at that. There might be hope, Art.
You did a fine job.
Right here.
Okay, that piece went over there. This is like a puzzle. You should be doing this, Art.
Coming out perfectly.
Okay, that wasn't quite so bad.
Keep
It
doing
acts, Art, like it sat in the pan too long, and it was just for 10 minutes, just like I always do. All right, well, there's not a lot of hope for this, so the only hope is for the cooks to try it. Would you, the cameraman, like a bite?
Yes, please.
All right. The cakes are finally out of the pan. We have the roux made for the frosting. Now I'm going to put in 1 cup of butter, or just 2 sticks, and then 1 cup of sugar. We're going to throw that into the stand mixer. And then we're going to get this creamed until it's fluffy. And that might take a while. So we're going to take this cooked roux that's cool, and we're going to put that in there. Hang on a second. Let me scrape out all the pan.
And the chocolate.
No, the chocolate chips are for another. The chocolate chips are for the frosting. We're making the filling, the ding dong filling.
Mommy, you are making cake?
We are. Well, we made the cake. See the cake right there? And now we're making the filling.
Isn't this for the ganache?
And this is for the ganache. That's right. Now we're just going to beat this in. So it says.
La, la, la.
All right, this looks like it's done, and this is going to be the filling. It's very, very thick. It should hold more like glue that cake together. And are you girls gonna help?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can get this on here, and then the.
Safely.
Well,
Well,
that wasn't too bad.
this one was the one that.
That was the really bad one.
This one was better.
All right, so we're gonna make sure that's in the center. That goes over here. Frosting is our friend. Yeah?
But we can always play with frosting. Yeah. And then we need put some of the frosting on top of the cake.
Well, this is the filling. The frosting we still have to make. Who's gonna help me make it?
Me!
Okay.
Me too.
You're gonna help Grace?
Yeah.
Who's gonna eat the cake?
Me. Everyone probably.
I think everyone is going to like it. Alright, for my last magic trick.
The perfect one better. This one's a better one.
So the bottom of the cake looks a whole lot better than the top of the cake. So we're gonna do a flop. Ready? We're gonna see if this works. If not, it's caught on camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Well, the cake looks a little
Floppy.
maybe if we push it down. This is not how cake decorating goes. But you know what?
There.
I have found that making a cake is all about the love you put into it and not necessarily how beautiful it looks. I had to let go of my perfectionist. I had to let go of my perfectionist personality a long time ago when I started cooking with kids. And you know what? The value, there's so much more value. It is to cooking with the kids while they're little and they love it and enjoy it. Uh-oh, Gracie, no, we're not going to snitch and lick right now. I'll give you something in a minute, okay? Can you be patient?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mom, I could lick.
All right, well, it's not perfect, but we're going to make the frosting now. How's it look, girls?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to dump in 2 cups. Go ahead.
Right here.
Of chocolate chips into here. Good job.
I did.
And then in here, in this measuring cup, we need to measure
Can I have
2 cups of heavy whipping cream.
One.
Don't worry about it.
No worries, this is perfectly normal. Every cooking video has back noise, right, Art?
Right.
2 cups.
It's a little short, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up the other one.
And then we're going to do some of that.
I have to actually open that one, girls.
Give
Give it a shake. Are we good?
Yeah. Oh, you have to get that out.
Yeah, you have to take this out. This is the freshness seal. And
Okay.
we're just going to add a little bit more to make 2 cups. Are we good?
No.
Are we good?
No.
Looks good.
Yes.
There we are. Okay, put the lid on. The recipe says to microwave it on high for 3 to 4 minutes just until it's starting to steam, but not boiling. And then we're going to pour that over this chocolate.
Please. Can I help you?
All right, this is very hot. The heavy cream is hot. We're going to just pour it over the chocolate and then let it rest for 2 minutes. So Peter, can you set the oh, you're not Peter. You're Mary. Charity, could you please set the timer for 2 minutes? And we're not going to do anything until 2 minutes is up, and then we're going to stir it.
Yeah, 2 minutes is not very long.
2 minutes isn't that long at all, no.
So we can watch it. Easy. Do we need to
Feels like
mix it?
Jeopardy, Charity. Well, we've got 54 seconds left. It's melting the chocolate. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're going to take our whisk, girls, and we're going to start to whisk this all together. And these, I'm just using semi-sweet chocolate, but you can use milk chocolate morsels if you'd like. All right. Now it's Lydia's turn.
And
then it'll be Grace's turn. Grace, you're doing a good job being very patient.
Now you don't have to do that because it's all chocolatey that I made it.
Now we're going to pour it on the cake. And if this works like the movies,
Hope it
it
does.
will work really well.
Let's try watch it. Jump out. And you're trying to be real careful. Will it go down the
It
sides?
should go down the sides.
Uh-oh. You missed the middle.
I'm gonna get it all. No, I'll get you some chocolate.
Here you go. See, it's going down the sides. This might work. It's going down the sides.
Okay, Mary, thank you.
Now it's going to be. Look at it, Mom. It's going down the sides. It looks so good. And that is supposed to freeze.
I don't know if this freezes or thickens. I have no idea. I've never made chocolate ganache before.
On cookies and cardio.
It's like cookies and cupcakes and cardio?
Yeah, cookies and cardio. It's called cookies, and cardio. Mom, look. Look, it's dripping a lot and connecting all of it. Mom, it's connecting.
Well, this side doesn't have it all. I don't know if we're supposed to let this cool a little bit.
Can you put some?
It doesn't say. That's the problem.
I don't think it does.
Well, we're gonna pour it. We know we need a little bit more over here
Yeah, to connect it.
because there's nothing coming down the sides there. But other than that, I think we're gonna have to wait.
Oops.
As you all know, this was the first time I've ever made this cake and the first time I've ever made ganache, and something just wasn't right. So as soon as I got off of pouring the ganache on top of the ding dong cake, I actually went to the trusty old internet and did a little bit more reading about ganache, and it turns out that my baker's sense was right. It was too hot when I poured it on the cake. So apparently this ganache is going to cool down. It's going to get more thick and velvet, very velvet-like. And I'm hoping that I can finish putting it on the rest of the cake because there's about half of the ganache left. So I'm hoping I can just pour that right on the cake and finish this up because, I mean, the cake doesn't look bad and it's probably absolutely delicious, but I know that's not how it should look. So that's what we're gonna work on. That's where we stand at the moment. Mary's gonna go ahead and keep mixing this until it gets to the right point. It says online that it has a very small window of just the right temperature. So this is real life, guys. I hope you're enjoying this video and hopefully this will come out just right.
3 hours.
It's been about 2 hours. The ganache is finally hardened to a point where I think we can pour it on. And we have a comedy of errors. Oh, let's get this going.
3 hours later, we got the glasses ready.
Alright, so I'm not sure if I should just pour it. It's not very pourable anymore. Or if I should spread this.
Yeah, spread it around.
I posted this in my 31 VIP customer group because we've all been oohing and eyeing about this cake and wanting to make it. And then I said this is like a total failure, and someone wrote the hashtag serve with a straw. That is very applicable to this very chocolatey mess.
Yeah, and it even has thick layers.
It has thick, thick layers of chocolate. Hope
Yeah,
people like chocolate.
It's drawing. Oh, you could just make a little line like that. Yeah. Like a little rose in the middle. Yeah. That would be good. And then you could spread around.
I will say this is not, I repeat, not diet friendly. But if you want to make something that you love and you're going to thoroughly enjoy, make that. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, can you put a little more stuff on it?
I hope you've enjoyed this comical video of my first attempt at making a ding dong chocolate cake. If you'd like the recipe, you can check them out down in the description below. If you haven't subscribed, please be sure to do that. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye!